All right, you all. Can you all hear me? Testing one, testing one, one, one. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, y'all. I am not going to be on really long, but again, you ain't going to question me. I said what I said, and I didn't need to be the first to be on. I got the email, and I did what I did. Skip the games was a while back. It was a whole new ball game. I think I said that too. That's why I told that hoe you need to come over and listen, because I said that. I said when we first started on YouTube, it was the Wild Wild West. I said that. But you back up. And this is the thing. This is the thing that I want to get with Brianna, because see, that house of Slythrin shit, I know who you are. Just like you tried to jam up Billet Boy Treasure with that stupid question about King Roman news, and then I got you. But let me say this to you, Brianna, because you're not the smartest thing in the room. And I was not going to sit up there with you and Tracy to make Pizarro money. I said what I said, and I don't give a damn how you feel. I really don't. And that's why I left. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. But I understand what you try to do, and I understand your angle. But let me go to skip the games, since you want to bring that up. See, skip the games is consenting adults. Skip the games is I want to be a hoe. Work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. That's what skip the games was. It was a grown man who may or may not was selling his ass. That's what skip the games was. You know what I'm saying? Other things. Yeah, that was that as well. Even me putting 2 payments on the back of my house, because you was all there for that. You was all there for that. But let me tell you why this is different, Brianna. Because this is someone dealing with an underage child, not a consenting adult, dealing with behavior and not orientation. And that's what you fail to miss. And see, the skip the games thing don't have anything to do with this. And because you think you slick, I let you stay right there. See, one thing I'm going to say about me is I'm learning. I don't have to fight on Pizarro's panel. I will let you fight by yourself. I don't do that foolishness. I said what I said, and I meant what I said. And I didn't need to come on first because I analyzed the email, who sent it, why it was sent, and how I'm going to deal with that. Now, Dora, let me say something to you, because I don't need you to speak for me. I was not in my feelings about anything. For the mere fact, what happened on Pizza's channel is why I didn't want to have people to click the link. But ma'am, I don't need you speaking for me. And this is why I have an issue with that. Because I heard you say something like I was in my feelings and I didn't want to know. I didn't want to talk to anybody because, again, it wasn't up for discussion like that. I know how people are, Dory. And so that's why. It has nothing to do with my feelings. It had nothing to do with me feeling some kind of way. I didn't want anybody on the platform. I don't care if you was Spill It Boy. I don't care if you was Rebel. I didn't want anybody on the platform because it was really not up for discussion. And I'm glad I went there at that particular point because it seemed like other people had a lot to say. And let me say this to you, Tracy. When your ass was in jail, I didn't think it was funny. I didn't think it was funny. I didn't think it was my responsibility to run to the jail because you didn't ask me to. When your ass was in the hospital and your hair was looking like Gumby, and you had on them not Uggs and folk were going in on you, I ain't say shit about that. We tend to forget that. We tend to forget. This is why I don't bother y'all hoes, because y'all flip flop. But yet you had somebody talk about your car. You had somebody show up to your house. You had all of this shit to happen. And we didn't think that was funny. I didn't. That man put your ass in jail. He put your ass in jail, Tracy. And I didn't think it was funny. But let me tell you how treacherous and diabolical you are. When it was my time to have to get that information, to have to deal with that individual, you recorded it. The same man who put your ass in jail and the same one I had to deal with and call that police department where he was, you recorded it. You are a diabolical piece of work. You're not a friend. You're a user. That man put your ass in jail. And you thought it was cool to record our conversation because of what I needed. Thank you for the information, Tracy. But that's what you did. And you have the audacity to question me and why I waited for this situation. You got to be kidding me. That stopped up hoe over there ain't never been gay. Don't know the implications. That's the same hoe who sat up there and let all of these all of these allegedly straight men attack these damn gay men. And then when they start talking about her and coming after her, then she wanted all the gay men to come to her aid. Fuck you. And that's what I say. And then you gonna try to set me up and you think I'm gonna sit there and fight with you? You got to be crazy. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You wouldn't shit when you was hanging around VS and you was doing shitty stuff, and you ain't shit now. And ho, you ain't slick. I saw you. And it's not anger. It's knowing when to click off somebody's panel and not give y'all hoes a moment, because that's what you wanted, ho. You wanted a whole moment. I told you what I needed to tell you. I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't care how you feel. The difference between skip the games and all of this shit is, yeah, this is dealing with a minor, and y'all be the first one to try to put a PDF file jacket on somebody. And she didn't appreciate VX doing that, but she brought that hoe over here. She brought a lot of them folk over here. So at the end of the day, we don't have no conversations like that. I cut it off and I cut it quick. And it's not because anybody's scared to talk to you and everything. First of all, I ain't giving you no numbers. I said what I said. I'm not going to take it back. I'll add more to it before I take it back. I said what I said. Well, why do you feel, you don't have no, you can't question me like that. Absolutely not. Well, why didn't you come out? Because I have a responsibility. Now, I didn't even know she was on until I guess some of y'all said it in the chat, but I got an email. I have the email. Hold on, let me see what time I got that email. Hold on for a minute. I got the email at 8:08. I got the email at 8:08. I got the email at 8:08. So yeah. And I was probably looking at what was going on and what was happening. The whole you ain't going to skip the games. Whole fuck skip the games. That was about 2-3 years ago. And all of this shit. And whole you been right up in the Kiki sea when folk done did shit to me. But one thing I gotta say is I don't complain about shit. I just deal with it and I handle it. And then you got the nerve to come up and talk about that? No, ma'am, you don't. You go control your minions, ho. I'm not the one. I rarely bother your pudgy ass. But what you're not gonna do is think I'm gonna sit on your bestest channel and argue with you. Absolutely not. I said goodbye and clicked off. So ZT had a skip the games account, and I guess he was selling ass on the side. I don't know. But baby, I guess he was selling ass on the side. And it came out. Also, he had some eviction shit and it came out. But what was that whole when I put those 2 payments behind and somebody doxed me? She was right in there. I don't give a hell of a fuck about Brianna and that. I really don't. That was then, this is now. Oh, it's a lot of stuff that I could say about you. I just don't. But what you're not gonna do, and what I was not gonna do, is sit up on Pete's platform and argue with you. Oh, hell no. And Tracy, honey, I said what I had to say and I departed. Because that's what you do. You say what you have to say and you leave. And after I said it, I ain't saying it no more. I said it and I ain't saying it no more. And if you want to hear my explanation, you can come over to my channel and hear it. So we do agree on one thing. It has to do with behavior and not orientation. And I appreciate you for saying what you said. But ho, you ain't gonna sit here and question me like you my mama, like you my daddy. Ho, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm 55 years old. Ho, I get senior citizen coffee. You go sit down somewhere. Get your life right. Get your throat right. Get your thyroids in order. Now, let me say something to you, Bree. Let me say something to you, because let me say something to you. See, you the fool. And I'm gonna tell you why you a fool. Oh, I'm gonna tell it today. I'm gonna tell it today. You the fool. See, I'm not gonna sit up there and argue with you, but you let Diva tomboyish make you talk about your sex life. And I'm like, look at this hoe, just stupid. She don't even know that Diva tomboyish is making you like a fool. That's why Room Shaker and Spill It Boy came up there to save your ass. Because Diva Tomboy was making you look like an ass. Nobody need to know how you get down and how your man put it in you. Oh, what is your problem? And then you telling everybody your man is crazy. He got mental issues. But you gotta love him because baby, he got a lot of mental issues and I gotta talk him down. So you got a crazy man with 8 children. Girl, again, ain't one nary hoe gonna sit here and question me about something, but you let a whole Diva tomboy punk you like that and get all that information out of you. And you think you have the audacity to question me? Oh, let me tell you something. I don't come out here and fight y'all often, but I ain't gonna let a precious looking, low self-esteem hoe sit here and question me about something. But yet you let that woman get all of that out of you to the point of how you hunching in your damn bed, and that your man is crazy as cat pee and got mental issues. And you think you're gonna question me? I think not. And you didn't even understand. When Spill It Boy and Room Shaker came up there, I knew exactly why they were coming up there. Because you were looking like a whole fool. And they were really trying to diffuse those extremely personal questions that you felt so insecure that you had to answer. Well, it's just like everybody else and everything. And I just open it up and he just come on in. I'm like, bitch, are you dumb? Well, you know, he got mental issues, and you know, he crazy, and I gotta talk him down off of some things and so on and so forth. So now you telling everybody that your man got mental issues and he crazy. And you think you gonna ask me and think you have the audacity to question me? Okay. Okay. Yeah. And that's why Spill It Boy and Room Shaker came up. Because baby, you was getting shook down for information. And we think that gay men are full of debauchery. But you got this obese slut telling everybody how this man getting in her honey pot. I knew it was shade when Diva said, well, do you gotta sit on it and grind it? How is it? Because I want to know how the big girls do it. Ooh, I'm like, oh my God. And this hoe is trying to say, but it's just like everybody else. You know, he don't have to prepare. He just get in it like everybody else. I'm like, ho, honey, she is doing a number on you. Ooh, I was so glad when Room Shaker and Spill It Boy came up. I'm like, oh, to the rescue. Because ho, you was looking real foolish over there. You don't have the time of day to ask me anything about what I used to. When we finding out that your present is jacked up, and that you so ignorant that you can't see nobody shading you. See, I know when folks shade me. I go with it until I ain't going with it no more. But that woman sat there and asked you those questions, and you felt like you had to answer them. That's the sad part about it. And then you told everybody your man was crazy. Mm. And then you think that you have the chutzpah to question me about something. Oh, you better sit down and read the play again, because you was played. But I'm not upset at all. I'm gonna sleep well tonight, going to brunch in the morning, and I'm gonna do what I need to do. I am not upset at all. But what I was not going to do is spend any more time than I needed to at Pizza's channel to make her money when I can come over here and make my own. And let me say this, Itsy Bitsy. I don't have to get the story from anybody. At 8:08, At 8:08, I got an email. Catherine, did you get an email? Because at 8:08, I got an email. I'm not going to tell you who I got the email from. So it seems to me that all the content creators who needed to get an email, I guess, they got one, but I didn't have to run out because, again, my thing is who sent this email? What is the angle? What are these people trying to want me to do with this email? How do I need to approach this? What are the implications around this as a gay man? So I was thinking about the approach about this. So that was what I was doing. Now, people can say what they want to say. I don't give a damn about that chick. I don't give a damn about what she's doing. I really don't. I really don't. I said what I said. We agree that it's about behavior and not orientation. But ho, you ain't gonna question me on this. But you can't even keep your personal business out of somebody's mouth. You feel like you got to tell everybody your shit, and then you told everybody in a roundabout way that your man is crazy and have mental issues. Girl, go somewhere and sit down. So anyway, itsy bitsy. I don't care about that. Okay, well, yeah, he was arrested on November the 10th or the 14th. Now that story came out on the 14th. So yeah. So again, if you got the Georgia Gazette, that's what was sent to me. You could read down there. So nobody, I ain't look. Let me tell you something, baby girl. You ain't CNN. You got that mess going on. I don't care about that. All I know is I was looking at the information, who sent it, why, and then I'm like, okay, what obligation do I have? And then she talking about some skip the games, baby. That's totally different because skip the games don't have nothing to do with PDF files. It don't have anything to do with PDF philia. It don't have nothing to do with that. Okay. And again, I just told y'all yesterday somebody tried to put that jacket on. So again, this is a whole nother ball game because this is what people try to do. And you trying to have a moment with me? Oh, hell no. I got you together real good and I left because if anybody want to hear anything, they can come to my channel. But I'm not, I like your bestie, but I'm not trying to put money in her pocket. I'm sorry. Not when I have my own platform. I'm not going to sit there and argue with you or Tracy. I will not. And I'm not angry about it. I refuse to get angry over shit like this. Absolutely not. Yeah, I got the article. So somebody emailed me that article. I mean, yeah, I'm sure some people may have seen Bree, but I got my stuff through the article. Through the article. Yeah, I didn't know what was going on until, and again, y'all, when people send me stuff, I'm like, well, if this tea's so piping hot, why ain't you sending it? Or why ain't you, I'm always looking at that. And then when I saw that it was Yusef and it was that, I'm like, oh Lord, because it was a few players that I'm like, oh, they're going to really go for the gay boys tonight. Because they try to always put that jacket on us. So I'm thinking about that. And then this whole gonna act like, because I said this night, well, you skipped the game. Fuck you. What are you talking about? And then I had to say that. And again, this is why I got a problem with you then, because you act like you use God as a weapon. And I had an issue with that. Because you're trying to say that because Lady P came to your house, that God got her because of that. Because that's what you were implying, which is just stupidity and ignorant. Maybe because she had COVID. Maybe it was her time to go. But you need to watch that because, baby, stop using God as a weapon. Stop using God as y'all don't mess with me because God got it. Stop doing that. Because you do some ignorant stuff. Yeah, I got mine from the Georgia Gazette. I told people where I got it. I mean, I knew Bibb County was in Macon, Georgia. I knew what time it was. And my thing is this. I wanted the people to know about the situation, but my focus was this is behavior and not orientation, because I knew that there was an element around the sector and some people within the sector that would push that narrative. So whereas she may have been messy, I wasn't looking at that. I was looking at it from a whole new different perspective. And like I said, y'all, people evolve. And I said that on my channel that it was the wild, wild west when we started YouTube. But you get to a point now where you evolve and do things differently. And whether you accept that or not, that ain't my problem. I said it, I meant it, and you accept it or you don't. I don't give a damn. Let me say this to you, Bree, too. You always fighting for people. I never forget that situation with Kimmy and all of that. And ooh, you were so pissed. But what happened? It turned right around and bit you in the ass when you couldn't fit in your car. And that whole, I mean, ooh, Lord forgive me, that woman was saying that, yeah, you were a whole thirst trap. Always bite you in the ass, don't it? Always bite you in the ass. Mm-hmm. Always bite you in the ass. How do we find that out? Jay Dunn. Jay Dunn. And why did she do that? Because she was friends with you. And she thought it was okay to do shit with me. And I'll tell you what, I used to do shit right back. Baby, I was right there. But times have changed. Things have changed. People have evolved. People have evolved. But that bit you right in the ass, didn't it? Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm gonna leave it right there. So anyway, y'all, I didn't have time to argue with her nor Tracy. I wasn't going to do it. If I'm gonna make money, I'm gonna make it on my channel. I'm not trying to make it for nobody else. I said what I said. I was brief and I was gone. And I meant to do that. I'm not angry. Angry for what? Oh, you ain't paying no mortgage. You ain't doing shit for me. Angry for what? I said what I said. And I had to get belligerent with you because, see, I know what you try to do. Baby, that Slytherin spirit comes out and I saw it. And I'm like, no, man, we ain't going to do this. But what you're not going to do is try to do this, but yet you telling somebody how you hunching in your bedroom and how you peeling back your pussy. Okay, your punana, so the man can get in there, and how your man is crazy. I mean, it didn't take her long, and she did it. And I'm so glad Spillet Boy and Room Shaker came up because they saw what was going on, baby. They saw how you was getting duped on your platform. Oh my God, it was so easy. I'm like, is this hoe talking about her bedroom antics and what's going on in the boudoir? Oh, do you have to sit on it real hard? I'm like, no, girl. No, I just peel it open. I'm like, is she stupid? Well, I do love the man. He ain't. I love because you gotta love man. He got a lot of problems, and I gotta talk to him. I really gotta talk to him. Girl, you just said your man is crazy. Yeah, he would have a problem with you saying what you said because pretty much you said that. Yeah, you talking about your little sex life, and then you called the man crazy. So we know your man got a mental problem, girl. Oh, you ain't from Florida. You from that part of Florida? You from girl? Because you don't have no savvy. You from Loudy? Is you from Alachua? Where you from that area? Because girl, are you from Crystal River? Are you from Perry or Apalachicola? Because how you act, you don't act like you from Central or South Florida, girl. Anyway, moving right along. Well, but if you would have gone over there, I heard that I was going home. I was coming home from work, and that happened to be on. And I heard that, and I heard because Diva Tomboy, they were talking about that same person who has terrorized the sector because that person don't like black people, and that person tried to do what they did to Abe. I didn't know that was a situation with Brianna, me, Tracy, and it's been some more people. And this is why I look at Tracy with the side eye because I'm like, girl, but see, Tracy always records stuff. It's always, well, let me get the next back story. Tracy don't care about nobody. Tracy just cares about clicks and views and all of that stuff. I was so like, I'm like, why would you do this? This man put you in jail. And now I have to deal with this situation. And you think it's okay to record this and do this? And you think that's fun and game, but this man just put you in jail. The only good thing that came out of it is I got the information that I needed so I could actually give it to the authorities. But her putting that out there like that really could have, well, it almost messed this up. And I never said that, but you almost messed that up. And again, Tracy, this man sent you to jail. And when people were laughing at you, and also when people were laughing at you because you went to the hospital, I wasn't doing that. I checked up on your ass to see if you were okay. So don't play like, oh, Jay Wilson don't care about, no, ho, you don't care about nobody else. You don't. Oh, don't forget, I took you home when that piece of a man couldn't do shit for you. I treated you better than your own man treated you to say, let me take your ass home because it was cold out that fucking door. And then I rolled you in that ashtray in my car. And all I heard, oh, this is such a nice car. Dropped your ass off. Didn't want to come in your house. Didn't even drop, baby, I dropped you off at the gate. Oh, I done more for you than a Rob Rack and Noble combined. That hoe couldn't even get you home. Couldn't even get a damn rental car. You couldn't even get a damn rental car. Both of y'all looking like busted bricks sitting up over there. And I'm like, let me take these people home. It's too cold to be waiting out here. Oh, girl, you better go on somewhere. You better go on somewhere. And then the first time somebody breath stank, girl, but you was too busy looking at the interior of the car. Oh, I ain't even get closer to you smell no breath. But yet you kissing that ashtray. That whole menthol ashtray. And you talking about somebody's girl. And if y'all really got down, like you said, you got down with him, I question you. Let me tell you something, ho, I could have one eye, a missing leg, and all my teeth gone. And that still wouldn't be an option for me, ho. You got me fucked up. But yet you kissing that and all doing all kind of manner of things with that, licking and grinding and all of that stuff with that ashtray. That hoe was walking like the Walking Dead. I thought that hoe was gonna ask me for $1. That's how janky and beat up that hoe was. And you got the audacity, bitch. You need to go to Laurel Ridge and get your head checked. I know you lying to me. Y'all, let me go. Okay. It's just the audacity. That's why this is why I don't have any, this is why I don't talk about some of these content creators anymore. This is why I don't want any affiliation and to deal with them and much less even talk to these hoes because they are treacherous. You hear me? And they low down and dirty. Hoe didn't even have a car. Somebody had the decency to take your ass home. And it was cold out there, y'all. It was cold out there. I said, let me take Vlog daughter home because I know she's going to have to pay for the Uber. I said, let me save her a little bit of money. Oh, Jesus. Mm-mm-mm. All right, y'all. Let me leave. Y'all have a good night. Peace and love, y'all. I got to get up in the morning. Y'all take care. Bye.